We're trying to go to Micro Center, but someone decided it was a good idea to try and drive on their roof. But we're in an express lane, so we're stuck in this stuff. We can't get to the freaking store!
The Corsair A115 high-performance tower CPU air cooler features a copper cold plate and 6 6mm heat pipes for high-efficiency thermal transfer. 2 Corsair AF140 Elite PWM fans boast Corsair's air guide technology for concentrated airflow and durable fluid dynamic bearings at speeds of up to 1600 RPM. Slim slide and lock fan mounts enable variable mounting height for wide compatibility with most systems. To see the full list of specs of the all-new Corsair A115 tower cooler, follow the sponsored link in the description below. Okay, so after finally made it here, and all the California drivers that don't know how to keep their cars rubber side down in the rain, we are finally here at Micro Center in Tustin. So a huge thank you to Micro Center for sponsoring today's video. Now here's what we're gonna do today. I need to get some parts for that SFF build that I showed you I wanted to do. Actually, I got a couple SFF builds I wanna do, but we're gonna get some small form factor parts, motherboard, CPU, RAM, and the power supply specifically that I need for that build. So we'll kind of walk through that and why we're gonna choose those parts, but I wanna really show how unique the store is by challenging Nick, Phil, and myself to see what the weirdest thing is we can find in the store that maybe you would never expect to have been at Micro Center. But first, we're gonna go over there and pick our parts. Okay, so I don't actually need an ITX enclosure, I already have them, but I just kind of wanted to take a quick look at the, I mean, this is their case aisle, look at this. The cool thing about buying in person here at the store is cases, when you see them on the screen, you can't really interact with them, get an idea of their size, how much space they're gonna take up. So basically every case they sell is out on display. So here are the Fractal Design Terra ITX. These are pretty neat chassis. They're all aluminum and stuff. Sorry for the noise again, they're stocking it is before the store opens. I've kind of not taken a look at Fractal Design in a while, but this is kind of neat for like a small form factor, like maybe HTPC or even a, you know, something you could have on like a entertainment center and not look out of place. Like, this is fabric. It's starting to sound like a Fractal ad, but it's not. I mean, I just haven't looked at these in person in forever. The North series, this has always been real popular. Mesh all around with the wood fronts and stuff. Dude, check this one out. Gold buttons with black and wood. That is super classy.
That does look really good.
This feels like it belongs in like a whiskey bar. It's a whiskey build. Whiskey PC. There we go, I gotta do that. All right, so for platform, we're gonna go Intel on this one. We have kind of limited options right now for ITX boards, but fortunately they have in stock a ASRock Z790 PG ITX TB4. So it's a DDR5 board. Phil has this exact board. He likes it, he's been using it for close to a year now, right? More than a year, because Christmas of 22 is when you got it.
Yeah.
When we did the Christmas surprise. Yeah, so you've been running it for a year solid? Okay, if it sucks, then we're gonna blame it on Phil. Okay, so these are all the 14700Ks right here. The 349 is actually for the one below. I think one thing you want to make, a lot of people tend to think this is for the shelf it's on, but as you can see, that's 13700K and these are 14700Ks. It's $20 more for the 14700K. I'm gonna go ahead and go with that because I know it has a little bit better memory support versus the 13700. However, we have a lot of lottery to choose from here. So I have to pick, actually they're all right there, but I have to pick wisely. Actually, no, it's all of them. The steppings and everything are gonna be on here, but they're probably all gonna be identical. So, whatever. We're going with this one. Someone died. All right, so DDR5 board. Prices on DDR5 aren't terrible right now, actually. So we've got 32 gigabytes, two 16 gigs. So remember, I only have 2 slots. I'm not gonna be running 4 slots. So if I'm gonna run 32 gigs, I need 16 gigabyte sticks. So they're not terrible in price right now, but they're all over the place depending on its CL speeds as well as its overall speeds. I probably wouldn't go for anything over like 6,000, honestly. Like, here's 7,200 megahertz G-Skill at $139 for 32 gigs. Like, given the speed, that's not terrible. But I personally wouldn't go over like 6,000, maybe 6,400 at the most, because even on an ITX board, I'll never be pushing the RAM that far. So we got, this is 6,000 right here at 114. So, I mean, the difference of 115 to 139, like I might go for the speed, but if the price is that close, this is 64 gigs, 2 times 32, but I don't think we need that. It's just a gaming PC. 32 gigs will be way more than enough. So I'm gonna go with the Z5 Neo RGB. Actually, it says AMD Expo. That just means it's AMD Expo like certified. It doesn't mean it only works with AMD Expo, but it's CL30 at 6,000 megahertz for $119. I'd rather have the tighter timings, honestly, for gaming than the ultimate faster transfer rate at 6,000, because I find that tighter timings tend to be better. So if I go up to 6400 CL32, so I was kind of torn between these two, that's $10 more. So it's a little bit looser timing, but it's 400 megahertz faster on the transfer rate. But I honestly think I'd rather just save the 10 bucks and go with CL30. I know 6,000 is plenty. It really is plenty. I tend to not push my RAM. Even at home at 6400 megahertz RAM, I'm running at 6,000. So I'm just gonna go with that actually. I'm trying to see if I can find the equivalent that says it's just Intel, but that's CL6432 at 124. That says Intel, and that splits the difference. You know what, we'll do that. I've never had AMD Expo RAM not work well or run its advertised speeds or anything on Intel. I just don't feel like coming back. Well, I do feel like coming back, but not to exchange something. Well, one of the things that I was worried about in my review for the 4070 Ti versus Ti Super has come true. So as you can see right here, the 4070 Ti Super is $799 for the TUF. But the TUF 4070 Ti non-Super is $859. And the reason for that is, remember, these retailers had to buy the cards wholesale, you know, and the cost at the time when they bought them was more expensive than the 4070 Ti Super wholesale is. So the only way they could sell those below the price of a 4070 Ti Super is to literally lose money on it. I would just have a hard time being a buyer going, why wouldn't I get the Super? It's cheaper over the 4070 Ti non-Super. And this is NVIDIA's fault. NVIDIA has put all the retailers in this ugly position. We've also reached the point where cards are so big that the MSI Gaming X Slim 4070 is a dual slot card. So now a true 2-slot card is considered slim. An AMD Radeon 6950 XT reference for $549. We're really gonna have to go back and retest some of that stuff, because that's the thing, like for $549 on the other side, you're in 4060 Ti/4070 territory. I have a feeling a 6950 XT, I think it would have to beat a 4070. I'm gonna check my chart real quick. I mean, I just showed you how the 4070s were 550 and up, right? So in the same price point as this, although it's not a reference, it is a Red Devil. I remember our Red Devil, as we have shown, does not like, it's only a couple FPS higher than the reference because there's only so much they could pull out of the AMD architecture that's already pushed pretty far. So the 4070 FE got a 129 in Horizon, ultra settings, 1440p, 129 versus 6950 XT's 142. So people need to start considering AMD more. I say as I'm probably gonna put an NVIDIA in this build. Another little rant here too is like we're noticing that 7800 XTs have kind of been moved. So and by moved, I mean purchased. This card, the 7800 XT from Sapphire, is $20 more than the 6950 XT reference edition. And this card was 20 FPS faster in Forza than that card in our testing. So even AMD buyers are sleeping on the performance they could get. Now, check your benchmarks. But it depends. If you're playing RT, that is second gen RT versus first gen RT. So you've really got to ask yourself if you care about turning on ray tracing. If you care about turning on ray tracing and getting the most performance out of it, then the later generations are going to probably do better. However, if you just want high performance rasterization gaming, don't sleep on AMD. Okay, so I need specifically the SF750. I'm grabbing this one just because the sticker's not as messed up. Because the cables for that build, I'm going to be using this eventually for the Nano Q build. And as soon as I get the revised parts in, the cables that were made are specific for this power supply that were sent to me. So I'm just using this. That's why I'm grabbing this. Okay, I think that's all the parts I need because I have storage at home, cooling. Don't know yet if I'm gonna do custom water cooling or if I'm gonna do an AIO in there. I probably will end up doing an AIO, to be honest, just to keep it simple, although it would fit water cooling in there. Yeah, so I have the main components that I need. I have CPU, RAM, motherboard, and power supply. I have plenty of storage at home, like I've already said, and we already have the chassis. So you guys can go ahead and comment down below how I made all the wrong choices, and that's great because that is the reason why there are all of these parts so that you can put together your best choice. You name it, they got it. Okay, so now that the parts are done, which is the business end, we are going to individually take the camera. I see, why are you still following me? Since we have the store to ourselves right now, I said, let's find the weirdest thing we can find in the store, because here's the thing. It's not just electronics, they have all kinds of stuff. So let's take a little walk and see if we can find anything just, okay, like this right here. I mean, like this is just like a little turtle. little turtle chalkboard thingy, tablet, something or another for a kid's backpack. Whatever that's for. Yeah, photo paper, cables galore. Wow. They even have CDRs for those that are still stuck in the past. So this is like an actual like life-size shack, like height. We have to get Phil to stand next to it. But here is my height next to shack. And for those that are wondering, I'm 6'4". Why didn't we just come here to get the power supply I needed? They have oscilloscopes. If you want to do like some soldering projects, they've got microchips and stuff. Look at this. LEDs, diodes, like you could do like Arduino stuff. But honestly, that's not weird. Like that's the kind of stuff you would totally expect to be at a Micro Center. Oh, okay. I guess maybe all this stuff to me just seems to, hey, check it out. Loop decks and Steam decks and all that. It's a Stream Deck, microphones galore. Well, here we go. Now we're lit properly because ring lights. This is nice for those that are looking to do like their multi-panel setups. You got all these different monitor arms and stuff. Like you don't have to just order on Amazon unless you live really far away from a Micro Center, but there's this stuff. I was hoping to find like a dial-up modem and all this stuff, but I don't think they have any. Hey Phil, come here. I already stood next to Shaq. You go stand next to Shaq.
Oh yeah. So you guys can fly in OEC. I'll tell it.
That's a tall dude right there. I know you guys have seen our ads where we talked about their 3D printing stuff. But their 3D printing section like continues to grow. It's pretty cool. Like they got resin printers. They've obviously got extrusion. Got all kinds of different stuff. Lots of enders, lots of crealities. So there's like the resin stuff right here. This isn't like an ad or anything. I just want to show like their 3D printer section just continues to get like bigger and bigger. Okay, and then there's this aisle here which has like Legos and like little puzzle pieces. What is this? AOE damage marker for tabletop. Okay, interesting. Oh man. The hot glue gun. Gorilla tape. Okay. Yeah, so you got like your, oh, you got your For Dummies books. Man. Retro gaming systems, nice. So you got the NES or SNES retro gaming system. It's Super Retron HD, whatever that is, but I imagine it's just an emulated SNES. You got board games, the Ego. Mike, I remember the Ego. What the heck? We actually have plastic models. No way. I can't reach that one. It's a warship. I can't reach it. Okay, I'm totally breaking the rules here. Sorry, guys, but okay. Yeah, got it. Okay, who the heck would come to Micro Center and expect to find a USS Iowa warship model? Heck yeah. All right, Phil, you want to see what I found?
That is pretty random though for Micro Center to have.
Like, who would expect to find a...
Pre-crash it already.
Don't ask. Okay, so I'm getting the model. Who's going next?
Nice. I'll go next. I
Okay.
already have an idea. Okay, so I have to go find something weird. And I saw this one thing that I've been wanting to get for freaking forever, but I've never really been able to find. Never really bothered looking it up anyway, but it is the coolest musical instrument. So it's called the automaton. It's literally just a music note that you squeeze the mouth and then it sings. But yeah, I'm gonna look around right now and see if I can't find anything else that's super weird and random. Because Jay found a boat. Gotta say, I did not expect to see what appears to be a turboprop engine model. And a telescope.
All right, I gotta find weird something, but I'm gonna start in like the retro aisle or like the odds and ends aisle, I'm told. They got Legos though. That's kind of cool. You gotta go fast. Yo, they have a fight stick. This might be tougher than I thought. All right, so I found something that stuck out to me. Check it out. Electric paper airplane. Imagine weaponizing paper airplanes. But shoot. This is kind of fun actually. With a reusable motor. Or a useless machine. Or maybe the fucking remote controlled. Hold up. Alright. Maybe I could get away with this. This might be pretty cool actually. 10 minutes of flight. Okay, so I thought weaponizing a paper airplane was bad. But then I realized these are all boosters for model rockets. So it could be fun. You wanna see what I found though? Remote control paper airplane.
That's actually cool. What the heck?
Dude, that's twice the cost of almost three times the cost of my model.
Okay, I could go just get the motorized paper airplane one instead, but the remote control looked kind of cool.
Oh, I'm curious as to what the lag's gonna be.
I know, that's gonna be funny.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
You know we have to fly that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be doing a video every month with Micro Center. I kind of want to come in here and check this out. So these are TVs that are designed as monitors. Because you know the OLED technology has gotten so fast and its refresh rate and its response time is really, really good, they've made 42-inch and 48-inch TVs that are more or less monitors. So this one's a curve, it's a flex. It's very similar to like the Corsair Flex or the LG motorized Flex. However, it's not 1440p, it's 4K, so the pixels aren't giant like what's on my panel at work. I'm disappointed that it's kind of like the paper or wallpaper TV, where if you look here, all the guts are in here. So there's no VESA mount. I can't detach this. It is adjustable curve, as you can see with this mechanism here. There's like a slide. It's kind of locked right now. I don't know how to unlock it, but all the guts. No, I don't want to find out. All the guts are in here, and it's got front-facing speakers, which might be good enough for me to get rid of my soundbar at home, because I tend to use headphones all the time anyway, and I just have a soundbar for when I'm watching videos and stuff. I don't consume like pro-grade content, so I don't care about having like a high-end sound system on it. So that would get rid of that. It's got USB input right here on the side, headphone jack and everything on the side, although I use a mixer. I just think it's cool. It's expensive though. It's $2,300. But I'm looking to redo my setup at work and at home entirely. But I'm also considering these. These are $1,049, so not cheap, but they're cheap for say a 48-inch OLED display for like gaming, right? Because the gaming OLEDs are more expensive than that. It's 120 hertz refresh rate. Both of these are 4K 120. It's a flat panel, but I could do multiples of these. Like I could do 2 of these for less than the price of 1 of these.
G-Sync and FreeSync.
Yeah,
Both of them.
Both of them, G-Sync, FreeSync, variable refresh rate. They have A9. This is Dolby Atmos. Where's the up-facing speakers? Whatever. I think I'm gonna come do this next month. But anyway, we're done here. We need to check out, and we gotta go back to the studio now and play with our toys.
Jay stole my toy.
Wait, hold on. Wait,
I gotta make the plane.
It's only $25, so it can't be a great model kit, but I imagine it's something if I want to play around with like the resin dioramas or something. Oh yeah, look, I can build this in like, oh, it's already all built. What the hell is this crap? No, it's like, look, these are all the pieces.
It's on easy mode.
Okay, well.
Done.
I like boats. Like, I don't get to build the superstructure, only a couple pieces of it.
Are you done yet?
Almost.
Are you done yet?
Almost.
Are you done yet?
Almost.
I just love that this is the future that we live in, that you have an app for a paper airplane.
Right?
I think you have too much flap. Oh no! Let's go in the trash. Don't go on the roof. Nick, don't go. You're gonna. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, you know, the tilt does work though. That's amazing.
Oh yeah, because it's doing differential thrust, huh?
Don't go to there.
He almost went into there. Jay always has to hand launch his own aircraft because of Jesus! Got lightly thought. Ah! Oh jeez! I lost it! I don't know. I think you got it. Sorry!
3 stars.
Dang.
He was like, really?
That's funny. Does it not detect crashes or what? Oh, shit!
All right, well, it's time to get on out of here. Huge thanks to Micro Center for funding our little excursion. I feel like the, obviously the singing note thing and the paper airplanes would be fun. Nick found a 3D print so that we could 3D print the body for it, which will probably last one crash. Actually, it might fly more stable though, so
But when
anyway.
it explodes, it's gonna explode pretty nice.
And then I can build this model in about 16 minutes, and then paint it and stuff. But anyway, all right guys, I'm gonna get on out of here, and as always, we'll see you in the next one.
I was like, why did you pick up the empty one?